Hey, how's it going, guys? Patrick here with Drone Nerds. Today we're checking out the Inspire Pro with the X5 camera. Been flying this camera a bunch lately. Really fallen in love with the look and the overall just pleasant image that it's getting. Just looking here at the Inspire1 Pro, you got a couple upgrades. The new lock system for the props. These babies are sweet, they're easy. Boom, one click, and you know it's not coming off there. It's locked on, no worries. I can't really tell a huge difference flying it in the power from the motors over the older Inspire 1. But in general, the Inspire is a solid platform for everybody who's trying to get amazing shots. Got a couple extra batteries with this kit. The Inspire1 Pro with the X5 definitely drains batteries quick. Probably get about 15-16 minutes of real-time flying. You can see here, the X5 camera. This thing is a beast compared to the X3, which most people are shooting on with the Inspire. I mean, just the weight alone, you can tell there's a lot higher quality materials built into this. You gotta remember, this is a micro 4/3 sensor, so 15, you're, right around 30 probably. So you have a little bit of crop in. It's not super wide like you're used to on the Phantoms and stuff, which I like better for filming because it gives you that more cinematic look. And you don't have to be so close to stuff. Gives you a little bit more range, get around stuff. A big upgrade to the whole point of shooting the X5 is having the interchangeable lenses. So you can throw the 45mm on there. They make a huge selection of lenses that will actually work on this camera. Been using the Polar Pro filters as well. The polarizer filter works great when you're out in the sunlight. Keeps that glare down. Also comes with a little sunshade. I haven't used it, but you can see there, it just easily clicks on, clicks off. Well, same thing, you're using the micro SD cards with the X5, just like the X3, no big changes there. Also, another thing to think about, you got a larger sensor with this camera. So you can see that sensor in there is huge compared to the X3, which the actual camera itself is half the size of the actual sensor on this camera. So you're actually gonna get depth of field, which people are used to using with DSLRs and having the option of choosing your focus. You can change your aperture from 1.7 all the way up to 16. Like I said, 15 on this is a little punched in because of the micro 4/3 sensor, so you're not getting a true 15mm lens for that field of view. But I'd say it's around a 30 probably double with the cropped in sensor. So when you have these objects in the front, say you start out with an image, you can actually come up, rack your focus, show that object in front that you want in focus, keeping the background a little bit of blur to it. You're still using the same controller. I actually have not had any issues with the controllers. They work great. Battery lasts a lot longer on the controller than everything else. I usually fly for an entire day with no issues with having to charge the battery. But I'm actually going through the single batteries pretty fast, like I said before. Got a lot of chargers, 3 or 4 chargers on the set. Keeps everything charged up. You can see the X5 bottom plate on the bottom of the Inspire here. It's a little bit different than the X3 mount, but you can feel it's a lot stronger, sturdier. Inspire, the GPS and the bit larger motors really holds course. You can literally just sit the camera there, sit the drone in the air and get a nice, almost tripod steady shot, 30 feet in the air, no problem. I've been single operating a lot lately with the X5. You do have the option to do the dual operators, but with the Inspire, I've found that since the camera and the drone is so dialed in, really, you can get those awesome pan shots, stuff like that, just by turning the drone, learning the controls, and just getting practice in by yourself. A couple of people have asked us, is the X5 that much better than the X3? Like I said before, the X5 is a lot better than the X3. The X3 I always thought was a little over sharp, maybe because of smaller sensors, so you're just not getting that depth of field that you're getting with the X5. You can see in the footage here that the X5 just has more cinematic look. You're getting that depth of field from the wider sensor and the aperture built into the lens. You gotta think about the sensor size. It really comes down to how big your sensor is and how big your depth of field is. When you shoot with the 5D, you have a full frame sensor. So everything at like a 1.2 will be almost out of focus unless you're really close to something. If you're on the fence about buying the X5, and you probably already have the X3, is it worth it? I'm gonna say, from my personal experience, it's worth it. This is just a better camera when it comes down to it. You have a better platform, and the option to change lenses is really cool for a filmmaker and creative person who wants those different options. Also, big news from DJI is the new XT thermal imaging camera they're coming out with. that'll work perfectly on the Inspire1 Pro and the Inspire1. This is going to open a lot of commercial purposes for the Inspire1, which it already is being used for that, but now you get a whole new world of things you can do. You know, when I'm thinking about my next shoot or the next trip I'm going on, I'm definitely thinking about how I'm going to get the Inspire1 with the X5 camera there. When it comes down to it, you're getting a high quality cinema grade package at really a bargain of a price when it comes down to what you're getting for the ease of use. A year ago, to shoot 4K footage in the air at this quality, you'd have to spend $15,000–$20,000.